Welcome to South Coast Radio, where we celebrate the stories behind the music. Today we're joined by a talented young musician from Pretoria whose journey is one of growth, courage, and finding her voice, from teaching piano to stepping into the spotlight as a singer and songwriter. She's beginning a beautiful new chapter in her music career as an 80 kV crescendo finalist. She now releases her debut single called Muurblom, a heartfelt song about blooming into who you were created to be. So let us welcome Lizl Simoes. Lizl, it's so lovely to have you with us. How are you doing today?
Hi Ryan, it's so lovely to be with you this morning. I'm doing so well and I'm so excited to be able to share the song with everybody today. How are you doing?
Awesome, I'm good, thanks. And once again, it's really great to have you with us on South Coast Radio today. So you started piano lessons at just 5 years old and singing at 9 years old. When did you realize music was more than just a hobby for you?
I think it actually started when I was much younger. Before I even started taking lessons, my mom always told me that I sang before I could speak. So singing was always just something that I wanted to do. It always came from my heart. So
Wow.
taking lessons was just to take it further. But I think I just knew it from the start.
Awesome. Now you're currently pursuing your master's degree in music. How has studying music shaped you as an artist?
I think overall it's made me more curious about what's out there. Once you start exploring everything or a topic in depth, you realize that there's so much more to it than meets the eye. So it's definitely made me want to explore a lot more, try out different styles, incorporate different instruments and things like that, because music is just so vast. So it's incredible to be able to incorporate that into my music as well.
100%, that's great stuff, Lizl. And then you mentioned hearing Olga Kern performing Greg's piano concerto was a turning point for you. What impact did that moment have on your life?
Oh, that was a lovely moment for me. We went on a class trip for our music class in high school, and before then I wasn't really sure that I wanted to pursue music as a degree after school, but seeing her there, watching them perform, getting lost in the music, and having worked so hard to obtain that level of excellence really inspired me. And from that moment on, I knew that that is what I wanted to do. I knew that I was serious about music in that sense. So I think it was definitely the moment that solidified my future.
That's great stuff, Lizl. So you draw inspiration from artists like Lofi and Ray. How would you describe your own music style?
Yes, those two ladies are trendsetters currently. They're incredible in what they're doing. Currently, I would say I'm still exploring. As previously stated, I love listening to new things and trying out new things. So I'm definitely still working to find my voice, but Muurblom was definitely a step in that direction for me.
Awesome, Lizl. And you've spoken about how important 80 kV crescendo has been in your journey. What did that mentorship program mean to you personally?
The people working there really have a passion for helping and empowering young artists all across South Africa, especially people who don't necessarily have access to enter the industry as easily. Their hearts are 100% with the artists, and they put so much effort and time into developing each and every one of us in a unique way. So it really, it was very inspirational to be there, to witness them working, to witness their own passion with us. And then the friends we made there, the people we were in the mentorship program with, everyone was supporting each other. It was just a lovely and uplifting environment. So those bonds and that friendship that came out of that was really impactful to me.
Really awesome stuff, Lizl. So let's talk about your debut single, Muurblom. What inspired this song?
It was born from procrastination and writer's block. I had to prepare 7 songs by a specific date for Crescendo, so we can start preparing for the recording process this year. And I thought I had enough time. I didn't. So at the end of the day, I was sitting the week before the due date. I was sitting and I had no idea what to write about. So I thought about a book I read many years ago titled Perks of Being a Wallflower. And while I can't remember what the book was about, the idea of a wallflower, which is a Muurblom, was so striking to me. And from there on out, it just flowed.
Really great stuff, Lizl. So the message behind Muurblom is so beautiful about blooming where you are planted. What do you hope listeners take away from it?
My hope is that everyone who feels like they're on the sideline of life or they're outside looking in, that they take courage in knowing that they are there for a purpose. I always think about life as a garden where every person represents his or her own type of flower. And if you look at the most beautiful gardens, they're always so biodiverse with various colors and textures, and we are all like that as well. And every single flower, even the wallflower, has a place in that garden. So
Sure.
Without it, it would be just a little bit emptier. So I really hope that the listeners realize that they are special and they contribute greatly to the garden of life, probably speaking.
100%, that's absolutely true, Lizl. And you mentioned the song came during a creative block and was inspired by the perks of being a wallflower. What was that writing experience like?
Prior to the aha moment I had, it was rather stressful. It's just when you're trying to write and everything feels stuck and it falls flat. But when I picked up the thought of the wallflower, it really just opened up a part of myself as well, because I felt like a wallflower many times in school. So it was nice to be able to tap into my own experience to bring the song to life.
Awesome stuff, Lizl. Now, the idea of going from being a wallflower to stepping confidently into your place feels very personal. Does the song reflect your own journey as well?
Yes, absolutely. As I stated previously, I also felt like a wallflower in school.
Yeah.
It's when you are usually the last person to be chosen for group activities and things like that. And you always just feel like you don't really belong or a little bit out of place in a social setting. So it also came from making peace with who I am and not trying to be anybody else, or stepping into my own shoes. So that's the great thing that Wallflower was based on for me.
Awesome stuff, Lizl. You've also said your dream is to make music full-time and inspire young people. What are your hopes for the future?
It's a great privilege to already be here today. We're having released my first song, so my hopes would be that I can continue to do this. There are still 4 more songs in the pipeline for the rest of the year,
Awesome.
So there's definitely something to look out for that I'm so excited for. But yes, my hopes would be to continue doing this full-time and hopefully to just make someone's day out there a little bit better if I can.
Great stuff, Lizl. And you've recorded several singles already. What can fans look forward to after Muurblom?
So there are the 4 songs upcoming and a very special collaboration that I can't say much more about right now, but yes, it is in the pipeline.
Great stuff, Lizl. Just one more question before we close off with the interview. Where can the fans find your music as well as Muurblom, also to follow you online?
The songs are, as of today, Muurblom is available on all streaming platforms wherever you listen to your music. And if you would be interested in following my journey, my social media profiles are also there. Facebook is Lizl Simoes, and on Instagram it's net, so NET_Lizl.
Great stuff, Lizl. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your journey and heart with us today. It's really been awesome having you with us today.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it so much.
No
It's been
problem.
an honor to be here.
Awesome, you're most welcome. And to the listeners, Muurblom is such a meaningful and uplifting debut, and we are excited for listeners to experience it. So be sure to stream Muurblom as it releases on all major digital platforms. And also you can stay tuned because we're about to be playing the song right now.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
This is South Coast Radio.